But all right, I want to ask you, what is your view on snitching these days? Do you feel like it's not as important now to uphold those kind of morals of the street code from your personal perspective?
From my personal perspective is you shouldn't be doing something you can't hold the weight for. If you can't hold the weight, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I still follow and I still stand on what I believe in. And, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put somebody in prison. It's just not the way it is. I just
even
feel
though
that
you're not in the streets anymore, even though like you've been retired for a long time now.
It don't matter though, bro. If you're in the streets and you're doing dirt, you should be able to pay the consequences of your actions. You know what I'm saying?
No, but like, I'm saying though, like right now, you've been a regular citizen for like how long
but I'm just saying, like, if I was in the streets, it's still the rules apply. It's like what? Because something happened.
I'm talking about now, this Cano version of Cano now. Like
I still got my morals. I still don't respect snitches and rats. And,
got you. Okay, you know, that's what I'm trying to understand.
The shit with the rats now, look. What what's disgusting about the rat situation now is that people now rat and they're not even telling the truth. They make up stories
to make it worse.
No, they'll make up a story. They'll hear bits and pieces and they'll put themselves there and they'll make up a story to put this person in jail for them to get out their dirt. Meanwhile, they're the ones that were doing the actual dirt to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. Like, you know, I've seen so many, like one of my little mans just got convicted, you know what I'm saying, for something that there's a video that proves his innocence. They don't want to allow the video into evidence, but they allow the snitches that are lying, that the video proves that they're lying. They don't allow the video into evidence, but they allow 3 rats to testify on him, and he gets convicted of a homicide that he didn't do.
But see, this is why I was asking you about this version of Cano. Like, do you still think that it applies to you, even though you're a regular citizen now?
Of course it does, bro. Of course it does.
There's people that believe that as you get older, you phase out of that and like it doesn't apply to you anymore.
And what? It makes it all right for you to tell on somebody? This version of me, what? If I'm not in the streets and I'm not doing no dirt, why would I be in a predicament that I even have to go through a situation like that? But if I was in a situation like that, you got to be held accountable for your actions. That's end of the day. Is like, even my son, I always tell him, yo, if you're not ready to do time, don't do that stupid shit. Don't be running around with this. Don't do that. Don't do this if you're not ready to do that time. And that's the problem, that a lot of these kids are not being taught that. They're letting them run wild. They thinking it's cool, or they grow up under people that don't give them no morals or anything. No, bro, if you're going to do something stupid, be prepared to do the consequences. Don't point the finger at somebody else. Don't try to fucking, you know what I'm saying, push the blame on nobody. No, you hold your own and you do the time for your crime. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, let me give you an example, right? So not too long ago, Benzino, he got shot by his nephew, right? And people were saying, well, Benzino been out of the streets for so long and stuff like that. Like, it's
don't matter. You talk and you got to live by it.
But that's what people were saying. Like, Hassan even like gave him a pass. Hassan was like, yeah, you know, Benzino real old now, so it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
well, I mean, he's real old and he sucked something 20 years ago. That doesn't make him gay now. No, bro, that shit don't know. No, nigga, no.
Do you know his story with the whole thing with his nephew?
Yeah, I seen the story. I seen that he made a statement when he got shot, and then he turned around and said that they caught him red-handed. He did it in front of mad witnesses, but he didn't testify. That they read a statement, and then the dude called him up there and set him up and read word for word what he said on the stand. And then Benzino was trying to justify, oh, no, that's from the recording. No, this is from you on the stand. So, my dude, you took the stand. You told. You know what I'm saying? You told.
So like some people feel like, oh, because he was on the stand and he didn't point out his nephew specifically and get him 15 years or whatever, that the previous recording was when he got shot in the hospital after the, you know,
in the heat of the moment. He made the statement in the heat of the moment. And then he tried to clean it up.
Right. So then they're saying that doesn't count. That's what people say. But then some people believe that any form of corroboration with police at all is snitching.
Listen. there's certain shit too. Look, this is what happens. This is why it's always better not to say a word, because if you get arrested, right, or you get questioned, the cop writes whatever the fuck he wants to on that police report. And a lot of cops turn around and put certain words in your mouth, pause, to be able to arrest somebody else, to give them probable cause to arrest them. So you'll be there sitting in the office and they'll be like, oh, do you know this guy, John? Yeah, I know him. How do you know him? Oh, I know him from this. Oh, do you know him from that? Next thing you know, he's like, oh, when's the last time you saw him? So they're writing down whatever they want. You don't know what they're writing. He could be like, yeah, I saw John. John was leaving the incident, blah, blah. They'll put whatever they want on that report, because with that report now, they could turn around and get probable cause to go arrest that dude. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to dispute that you said anything on that police report is if you go to trial. So when that person goes to trial, it's like, yo, I didn't do it. He's lying. Now they got to bring you on the stand, and now you got to testify on the stand to say, corroborate that statement, which 90% of the time, people don't want to go to trial. They just cop out. So cops will line you up without you even telling. You understand what I'm saying? So the best thing to do is not say nothing. You get arrested, that's what you got a lawyer for. Know your rights. No, I want a lawyer. That's my case was the same way. My statement was, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that person. I wasn't there. No. And that's the statement they read in the grand jury. That's the statement that they read. And that's kind of what saved me, because I didn't write no fucking statement. I didn't give no statement. You know what I'm saying? So the minute you implicate yourself and you be like, oh yeah, I was there, but I didn't participate. I was just observing while he did this. You already implicated yourself. So all this snitching shit, like Tekashi's a fucking rat. You know what I'm saying? All this shit justifying, oh, they fucked my baby moms. Oh, they did this, they did that. Motherfucker, you put money on niggas' heads and you didn't get indicted, nigga. You was the main fucking ringleader of the whole circus.
Right.
And you walk away and you still doing the fuckery? Everywhere you go, you're doing the fuckery? Come on,
he
bro.
made it into a brand. Like his album's called Tattletales and like everything like that.
Because he exploited everything. And because he's trying to make the change and all the bullshit, the same shit with fucking Troy Ave and a bunch of everybody.
Yeah,
bro.
so that's another thing I wanted to ask you, right? Because that situation, I felt like it was almost like a milestone in how content creation has affected the way that street dudes move, right? We've never seen where like, okay, you're coming on a platform as big as Drink Champs and you're going to be talking about an open murder case that you are involved in as well. So somebody like Nori, I felt like, bro, like you are a street guy. Like, how could you allow this? And not just that, but you're allowing him to speak against somebody else that you know.
You know why he did that? Let's be realistic. He went on every podcast and every radio station while everything was going on, so he could paint the narrative. So that way he could taint the jurors and he could taint everybody's perception. Because if you're openly discussing it and openly telling them, yo, this is what happened, his situation is crazy. You know what I'm saying? His situation is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like I said, you got to be held accountable for all your actions. You know what I'm saying? You got to be held accountable.
His whole thing is like going like, oh, the streets is a myth. And so it justifies him being able to do something like that, which is just, I don't know. It's just crazy, man.
Well, don't hit a federal penitentiary with that mentality, because you won't be able to walk that yard. You got to check. See the thing is, look, and now it's even getting lax in certain jails or certain things. If you're not part of a car, certain cars check your paperwork as soon as you come in. You got 48 hours. Sometimes certain jails give you 30 days. Like if you affiliated, you have a certain amount of time to present your paperwork. And if you don't present that paperwork within them 30 days, they pack you the fuck up. You can't walk that yard. You out of there. You out the jail, bro. They smoke you out. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes want to keep running with this whole narrative because they cooperate in making deals. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever hit a pen and your paperwork, because that's the problem. Look at Tekashi. All right, let's talk about Tekashi since we on that shit. Right? The dude testifies. He put Shadi, all these dudes away, right? Solid dudes. He put solid dudes that were going all out for him, doing everything they was doing to help him out because he's a troll. A lot of these dudes are not trolls. They street dudes. You know what I'm saying? Nuke, official dude. You know what I'm saying? Hobbs, street dude. A lot of them dudes that he was fucking with, these solid individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know them?
Nuke, I know him from Rikers Island. I met him before. His name, you know what I'm saying? His name is solid. You know what I'm saying? Certain dudes, they were solid. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is they held them down. Okay. He created this whole fucking narrative with this whole shit, videotaping. I got 10 stacks on him, blood. I got this. I got that. He created this whole chaos from the first shooting all the way down. He's the one that created it. Now, did they fuck up? Yeah, they fucked up because they were supposed to cuff him and keep him out of trouble because he was the cash cow. But inexperience and whatever. Okay, cool. Government.
There was inner turmoil between the guys too, though.
Because each one wants a piece of the cash cow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. He was the cash cow. Now, he gets over. He snitches. He puts all these dudes in jail. He comes out. He justifies it, right? He justifies it. Oh, they were fucking my baby moms. They kidnapped me. They did this. They did that. They did this. Okay, cool. The government gives you a second chance at life. Second chance. You come out. You on fire. You got your career going. You start to trolling shit again. You go to DR. You start some shit over there. You want to run around like you tough. You catch a case out there. You locked up out there. You come out. You got to escape through fucking Haiti to get the fuck out the country because you started that. You come back out here. You again with the trolling. You again with the trolling. My nigga, you troll the bros. Bros whooped you out. You want to keep throwing crowns down. Niggas whooped you out. Niggas whooped you out. You got whooped out. End the story. You got whooped out.
Those were bros that beat him up at the gym?
In the gym. Those are the bros. Bros whooped him the fuck out. He got whooped out by the bros. Whooped out.
Which city was he in when he did that?
It wasn't Miami. What's the town right next to it?
In Florida, somewhere in Florida.
No, it's in Florida, but I forgot the exact town. It was like, not Broward, Miami. What's the shit? Whatever. I can't remember right now, but it was the bros. Bros whooped him out. You know what I'm saying? So he gets whooped out. You still throwing the crown down. My man, you got whooped out already. You got whooped out. You still trying. You go back to jail. Like, bro, you know what's going to happen. One of these days we're going to read about him. And it's going to be a tragic story because he has not changed.
Right.
He has not changed. You're still a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Come on. You put all these dudes... Could it be? You put all these dudes in jail, bro. Dudes that was holding you down. Fucking piece of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So when it came to Troy Ave in that situation, you consider that, of course, snitching, right?
Of course.
So he shouldn't have done anything. Okay. A lot of times now we see things like, oh, that person is snitching on me, so I'm doing the same back to them.
Okay, there's a situation that happened, something similar to that. All right. There was an individual that did some bullshit back in the days, whatever. And bro did something to this dude. This dude turned around and told on this dude for doing something to him. But then when this dude gets arrested, since this guy told on him, he turned around and told on him for something else. And this dude ended up getting fucking 15 years. But he told on him first. I don't know if you following so far, because I don't really want to get into details because a lot of people know. But one dude.
I know what you're saying.
All right. This dude right here did some fucked up shit. This dude cut him and left him for dead. This dude turned around and told the cops, he did this to me. So when this dude gets arrested, he thinks that this dude is told on him and he's gone because he left him for dead. So he turns around and tells on him for something else. And it's like, bro, y'all both snitched.
Right.
There's no justifying it, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, if you a man, stand on what you do. Be accountable for your actions. Don't do something that you're not willing to do the time for. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it, bro.
You know, my bro, China Mac, he said that like when you in the streets and you pick up that gun or you make that decision to do whatever, you are signing a contract basically that you are going to live by that code and uphold
100%.
those standards.
100%. That's why I say, make sure that you are ready to do the time for the crime you're going to commit. Don't make something out of the impulse and then turn around and be like, oh, but I'm going to tell her him. I'm going to tell her him. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I don't respect is how the government gives deals to like the kingpin to tell on everybody else when he's the main mastermind behind everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, the way they be doing shit now, they don't give a fuck. They just want convictions.
Right. Or how they give the proffer. They
get the proffer, the queen for a day, and they do all this crazy shit. Like, bro, it's like insane. Like, that's why, bro, the streets is over. All that street shit, there's plenty of people getting wild money and doing stupid shit and doing dumb shit and all that shit. But the honor and the respect that there was before, that shit is over with because this new generation, bro, they don't respect. They rob women. They fucking chain snatching. They doing all this fucking, there's no morals anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's no codes.
Nah, bro, you see all this shit in the train, 2-3 kids jumping an old lady, snuffing her. There's no respect, bro. Like back then, bro, there was a respect. You know, it could be an old man, you give him a pass, bro. It was an old lady, you give him a pass. It was
or if you're with your kids,
right? There was a pass. There was certain morals and certain principles that, you know, it was a street code. Yeah, we wasn't doing good, but it was an honor. It was honorable.
Well, even in certain things, like where like you don't talk about somebody that is dead, like your ops or something like that. But now it's like you said, you digging them up and like you go into the funeral to make sure they really dead and like just
sitting on a grave and all this
just
crazy
like all
shit
that type of stuff.
For views, but you look at the crazy shit and it's like, you know who looks at these content, gives them the views and all that? Us. Because we'll turn around and be like, nah, he ain't do that. Because we're in disbelief. It's shock value. That's what it is. It's a clickbait shock value. Because I'll be like, nah, impossible. No, he didn't do that. And you see this nigga knocking down the tombstone, digging up the fucking grave, and you doing a video of this shit. Like, bro, like, you're out of your fucking mind, bro. Dude is dead. What are you doing? Like, there's no respect no more, bro. There's no respect, bro. It's just like, bro, this generation, bro, that's why they're all dying so young. Everybody want to be a driller. Everybody want to be with a fucking, it's 100 degrees on. Everybody got the poo shiesty on. You know what I'm saying? Out here, that shit, they running up on you now. It's misdemeanor now.
Wow. That's crazy,
poo shiesties? Poo shiesties? Yeah, police. That gets police probable cause now. Out here. Bro, these little young kids, bro, it's 100 degrees. Motherfuckers smell like ass with fucking bad breath with a fucking poo shiesty on 100 degrees. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, bro, everybody want to be a killer, bro.